All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Oshi No Ko, episode 8. Or should we say "ite" because I is back.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Is she back?
No, but kind of. But yeah. Aqua is unsettled.
Aqua is whelmed. Yeah, Aqua is properly whelmed here. This was unnerving for all parties involved.
Oh, yeah.
And she not only just did it, but the story wanted to drive home the point so hard.
She has the eyes.
She has the star eyes.
She has eyes.
She has the eye.
This is the work of a professional.
Bow down before your idol god. Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Oh.
We're building back up to this again, yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Even the run.
Yeah. I mean, she looked at the stride. She looked at everything. She studied. Yes. Aktan. That's cute. Oh. Immediately fell in line. Yeah.
Wow. Personal boundary.
Well, it hurts.
Yeah, of course it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even if it's behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Damn. Oh, yeah.
Hey,
You're so
shipping's
above
fun.
that. Bye-bye.
She goes home, pulls out her laptop, and is fiercely just eyes glued to the screen.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, you notice it too, immediately.
Uh-huh. Oh, God. Oh, is he gonna start asking her questions about I? Oh, God, yeah, this is gonna add a whole other layer of, like, complication.
Yep. Oh. Yes? Are you a Persona protagonist? What is this?
Yeah.
As your elder, yes. Yes, you do.
Definitely.
She's suggesting all the Persona locations, yeah. Yes, you've thought about this quite a bit. From the prison known as school.
Now, what's he gonna talk to her about while they're playing catch?
Actually, good animation for the throwing, like, awkwardly stuff.
Yeah. Gotta have some work-life balance.
Nice, the little awkward bounce out of it, too. Wow, this is really good. Huh? Oh.
Yep. Oh, okay. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I was hoping they'd start exploring that.
Chunibyo! Yeah.
It's cringy.
Hey! Oh! Ah! Oh! Oh no! Also! Oh, you actually threw pretty well. Yeah, yeah! Wow, wow. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Right. I like that they're having this conversation separate from the character.
Mm.
Okay.
We're not seeing his face right now. I need to use that.
Mm-hmm. Shit.
Oh, rejected.
Damn. Oh, so he's gonna start the relationship just so that he can. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
I can use her.
Fuck,
Yep.
man.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Oh, sorry, Kana. Oh.
And that's after he objectively, consciously figured out, yeah, I don't care about her that way.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so do whatever you want.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
You're free, you're young.
Yep.
Do whatever you want. Yep. All right. Director's actually being a great stand-up guy here.
Yep.
Ah! He's like, I am in this industry, so,
Yeah.
you know. Where'd the rotten kid go?
Oh, basically calling him out for being an adult.
Yep. I did your thing. Give me the info.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. You let people see behind the scenes.
Damn.
Yeah. Well done, well done, well done. There you go. He's gonna give you the deets. Wow. Ooh. Yep. Awkward. Awkward.
Yeah. Oh, she can already tell.
Yeah. Also being very honest.
Yeah.
Again, okay.
これは嘘じゃない。
She just
一番言われて
she just transitioned right there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
気づいてない？ユキとノブくん、こないだ付き合い始めたんだよ。
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but during the
Because
show.
she wanted it to be real.
Yeah.
Nice.
ユキ、マジで人生初これみたいだ。
Oh, yeah, and of course, if it's her first boyfriend, she wouldn't want that to be televised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you need to be walked home?
Yeah, what's this interaction gonna be?
Oh.
私、
Yeah, she liked this environment. Yeah.
めっちゃ好きだった。
っていうか詳しいよな。B コマチは世代じゃないだろ。
いやいや、B コマチはみんなの憧れだから。私、もともとアイドル志望だったんだ。
No way.
Okay.
でもいろいろあって、
All right, well, there we go.
Is this our third?
じゃあうち来たら
Yeah.
新生 B コマチは現在メンバー募集中なんだけど。
And if I was her inspiration to join the new B Komachi. Yeah. Oh shit.
So happy.
Oh shit.
Wow.
All right. Oh boy.
All right,
Oh boy.
The dating show is over.
Mm-hmm.
We are now moving on from the faux reality into reality.
Yep.
The quest is complete. He'll now be able to get good choice info on I.
Indeed. From
And-
a couple different sources.
Yes, and now given that he's going to be entering into a actor-actress work relationship with Kurokawa, that's going to lead to some interesting things. But then
Oh, yeah.
also the fact that, hey, we now have enough members for Strawberry Productions to actually revive B Komachi,
Yep.
and it's not Kurokawa,
No.
it's going to be Memcho,
Uh-huh.
because she always dreamed of being an idol.
Yeah.
And that's probably what made her pick this kind of look and persona for her YouTube career.
Sure. Yeah,
and why
probably
it
helped a
works
lot,
so
that-
well
that
in
area,
terms of just
yeah.
general success is that she's her
Right.
own star. But she probably always wanted to be an idol, like officially,
Like, yeah.
and also probably on a team with other with other idols as well, and what
Yep.
that would mean, because she missed the environment, being on set with all the other cast members and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, it totally makes sense. Like,
Totally makes sense.
Especially from like, you know, the YouTuber angle where like even if she does like collabs and stuff,
It's lonely.
it's lonely. Like she's
Being a YouTuber is lonely, y'all.
Yeah, like-
you realize that, I think this is probably the sad thing, is that I think most YouTubers don't do collabs actually for the money and the fame
they do it for
primarily.
socializing.
They do it actually for the feeling of having content that they're doing that brings them into environments with other people.
Yeah,
The
I can see
reward
that.
from that is that, well, it feels good, but if you're doing content that feels good and it builds your popularity and gives you money and all that stuff, it's
Yep.
it's a win-win-win.
Win-win. Yeah.
But if you're doing content that, you know, gives you money, but it's not bringing you into other kind of social circles or other people and stuff like that, it's like, well, it's a win.
Right.
It's
Like
not-
it's
it's not
great. It's a solid gig. But
Yeah. And you'll especially see this with YouTubers who have been doing the gig not just for like a few years, but for those who've been doing it for like 10 years, especially.
sure.
They will have collaborations be a mandatory part of their content cycle on like a monthly basis, I would say. They'll have at least one
Sure.
collab. You will see this 100% in every single YouTuber above a certain level that's not like, I don't know, like a musician or something.
Right,
like
right. When
that.
they're like a YouTuber, not
They're
like
in
someone
front of the
who,
camera, you know, talking to the camera.
rather than like someone who also uses YouTube as a means of like publicity. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yep. But okay.
Wild.
I gotta say, this episode went about as well as I could have hoped.
Yeah, Aqua sidestepped many landmines here.
Yes.
Can we go over those?
Yeah, so he talked with the production guy. Cool. Okay, so they're gonna meet up and get sushi, and he'll give him good info.
No issues with what he did with the video.
Yep, which I'm glad that was at the very least brought up, even if it wasn't an issue in the long run. Great, because I feel like that would be something that the higher ups would be like,
Yeah.
choto mate.
I like that he almost used it as a thing to be like, I'm going to see if this scares him a little bit.
Right, see if I can, yeah.
Yeah, and Aqua's just like, no, doesn't phase me
But
at
you're
all.
not. But that didn't happen, did it? You know.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, okay, all right, I can
I
deal
also
with this.
followed the contract perfectly. Don't try and, scare me with any of this
Right. Don't
here.
try and, get me on some dotting I's or crossing T's or anything like that.
And string me along for more work.
Exactly.
For,
Yes.
info.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep.
So that worked. Also, the idea of using Kurakawa Akane, he was honest with her in that he's like, I don't actually like you
In that way. And I really like that happened because you don't have to deal with the thing that can be so frustrating, especially from a protagonist of the wishy-washy, I don't know what I want. Because he's a mature adult.
And
right?
also, he had a really cool conversation with Kana. He was able to find out, no,
Well,
I
right.
don't actually like her.
But he also specifically went and interacted with Kana so that he could figure that
Yes.
stuff out, right? Like, that wasn't just a chance thing. He initiated that because he's like, I have to figure this out. He figures it out. He still does the thing for the the show, and it potentially could have gone in a much worse way. But then when they have the conversation about it later, he's like, he actually tells her. He's
Yeah.
like,
And I also don't have much kind of thoughts about this beyond really being about you as an actress and what that means.
but I am very interested in you as an actress.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Right.
So if he has communicated that, then she'll know, oh, yeah, when I channeled I, you responded. So whatever that is, we'll explore that later.
Yep.
Interesting.
And that also is a potential wonderful foundation for if they did end up getting in a genuine relationship, because it's regardless of the romantic side of things or whatever, it's you are someone I hold in high regard, basically.
Right. This dating reality show basically set the foundation for like so many potential plot lines in the future.
Yep.
And one of the things that's really cool about this show is that while the premise starts off with a very simple plot line, because of the way that we're using the mangaka is essentially using this story to break down and understand for the audience's sake a lot of things about the entertainment industry, about all this stuff.
Yep.
We then can see that we're going wide still with the framework for where the story will go before we go far deep and long into things like the murder mystery, like the investigative side of things here. We're actually adding tons of really colorful, interesting characters to the cast that are not just going to get cycled out for a whole new cast here. Some of these characters here are going to be important for the long haul.
Yep.
And that's huge.
I love that at the end of this, I'm realizing that, like, oh, wait a minute. This was basically like a mini tournament arc to introduce new characters, right?
Who's running the gauntlet here?
Yeah, exactly.
Making it through.
And they did it fantastically. Like, just Akane's introduction.
I think it's Akane.
Akane, yeah. Akane's introduction
Mm-hmm.
was fantastic, right? Tons of like emotional connection to her now, right? But then also with Memcho, it's like, oh, okay, we got a good enough understanding of her.
Yes.
And with the additional information that like, no, she wanted to be an idol and probably specifically was a fan of Ai's. Cool. That's a direction that we can have for her going forward. Because, if you're going to have Ruby be in an idol group and everything, you want us to be invested in all the characters in the idol group, right?
Yep.
And given that we have Kana in there already, that's a high bar being set for everybody else.
And also with the way that the OP starts, Memcho is prominently featured in the first 3 seconds of the OP. So it's like...
And even
why?
later, when none of the other dating, show characters are.
Right. But I'm talking about the beginning of the OP. So the most important part of the OP here is you have Aqua.
Yep.
Then you have Ruby. Then you have Kana.
And then you have
Memcho. And it's like, well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait, what? It doesn't fit. But then it's we're talking about idols here. We're talking about those that, channel that. And then, of course, we have...
Akane,
which, given that she was able to channel I so well here, having then I come up with the perfect
after.
smile saying, bow at the feet of the genius idol, and everything. It's like, all right,
now,
all right, cool.
So
we could have a third, but we could also have a fourth, potentially. It's just that Akane is going to take a while to be brought in.
Now, could you go to the bit where they show the three of them walking down the stage? Because I'm pretty sure we're going to see that it's Memcho, I want to say, from the haircut.
I'm pretty sure from
Yeah, that's Memcho.
Yeah, it's not even...
Yeah.
It's not even a question.
Oh, and Kana's the one in the center.
In the middle. Yeah.
Oh shit! Maybe she ends up being the actual lead. That would be really.
I actually would like that personally.
I could see that happening because especially if if Akane's not actually in the idol group, at least at the start, right?
Yeah.
Then it would make sense that Kana would be the lead because
She has
she's
the most experience.
she has the most experience with actually being a performer
of the three of
right?
them,
Of like
yeah.
classically trained and all that stuff,
Yeah.
and yeah.
She's going to have all the info. If anything, it's going to be a fun thing where you'll have Memcho being the wild card with all this other kind of info that's really helpful.
Yeah, X Factor
and
kind
then,
of stuff. Yeah.
We'll have Ruby be the one who's kind of the protagonist learning the ropes and kind of acquiring the new things. And then, unfortunately, it's something that I've kind of just given up with at this point. But Kana is relegated to a little bit of being an exposition machine to give info about the industry, which
Yes.
is fine because I still think she's one of my favorite characters in the whole fucking anime.
And
so
she gets really good moments, even
Yes.
if she doesn't have a lot of screen time in the episode. Like in this one, granted, there was the conversation, but even outside of that, when it's like the kiss that happens on the show, and then
Yep.
she's just in her room like, baka, you know, right? Like that's wonderful. That's great. And also, I can't help but notice they have symmetry now with the hair colors. You have red in the middle, flanked by blonde. You know, like,
yeah, the peach strawberry blonde,
right?
which works pretty well with the Strawberry Productions kind of things. That's just a small little thing there. But wow,
Okay.
Aqua, you pulled this off. You came out of the dating show way better than I think
Oh, yeah.
you had any expectations going
Yes.
into this.
Yes.
And the way in which you're able to juggle all the little mini goals that you're working with here, because I think we rag on him a bit because he's an adult and there's a
Yeah.
lot of things in which he's kind of playing with fire, but he is actually looking out for a lot of other people here. He's looking out for Ruby, who's Sarina, you know,
Yeah.
but trying to help give her her dream of being an idol, which means, yeah, if he sees somebody that he's like, oh shit, you would actually, yeah, you should join. Like in a lot of ways, Memcho is the oldest of the high schooler, you know, dating show group, but she's also the most experienced in terms of kind of what the real world offers because of being a YouTuber.
Sure.
Like she's has so many voices coming at her and she's
Self-made
speaking
kind
to-
of person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She had, well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
YouTuber is self-made.
Well, you know, like
But my point is basically that she has so much perspective that is kind of similar to his by being a
right.
like one who's kind of in touch with what it means to be a fan of something and all
Oh,
that.
sure,
Like-
that too.
Like,
Well, and also, let's be real. If the way that they got the initial boost for the new B Komachi was by having a PA on or whatever due to the collab, right, to give them a boost. If you get a YouTuber to be actually like a big YouTuber to actually be in the group, that's
there you go.
there you go. You just got a fan base of, you know, a couple million.
Right. It would be like if someone from like offline TV ended up becoming an idol in a group
Right.
or something like that, like Lily Pichu or something like
yeah,
that.
like that,
People would
that'd
be like,
that'd
what the
huge.
fuck? Oh my God.
Yeah,
They'll
yeah.
lose their minds. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. He's helping out Sarina and, you know, Ruby by extension. He then ends up only really slighting Kana through this whole thing because he doesn't really realize her feelings here.
Right,
and
he
or-
did use her in a similar way that he was
Yes.
going to be using Akane, in that it's the, I need to figure out how I feel, so I'm going to go interact with this person, and I'm guessing he probably, well, I don't know.
I don't
Do you
think I don't
like-
think he really pays attention to that kind of stuff because his brain is firing on all cylinders in
Sure.
this direction,
And-
and thus
and-
he kind of not thinking about those that come through his wake. You know?
Yes, and he did say why he specifically wanted to talk to her, in that he doesn't need to have any kind of pretense up with her.
Yep.
And so that's someone that he can kind of like be talking with and things like that.
And from his perspective also as well, this is kind of the rough thing, but it's not his responsibility
Nope.
to manage the expectations of the people that he's going to be around. Understandably, he is in a very magical situation here where, he has tons of power and influence in the words that he speaks because he has all this, you know, history to go back on this whole thing here. But yeah, there's probably going to be a couple other people like Akane that are going to crush on him a little bit.
Yep.
But if he's going to be like, no, I'm going to be honest and be like, no, this is completely work related and
Yep.
stuff. He's then actually doing things the right way by setting proper expectations, setting good boundaries.
Yep.
No, I am interested in you as an actress though, but no, this is entirely a work thing. I'm not.
And also in the same episode where it's dealing with, okay, what is his actual perspectives and feelings with regards to these girls and stuff and whatnot, it also brings up the potential elephant in the room of, who am I?
Right.
Am
and
I
he brought that up.
Am I the doctor, or am I Aqua, right? And what's exactly the line between the two? And I feel it's starting to blur because of course it's going to, right?
His physical body is still affecting his own.
We are very much at the mercy of our bodies and the, hormones and endorphins and all the chemical stuff that our brain gives us, right?
Yeah.
So naturally that would be affecting him here. But from the standpoint of like myself as an audience member watching this, right? This makes me a whole lot more comfortable if he does end up eventually developing feelings for one of the girls, because he probably will.
He will.
Because it's addressing the fact that even for him, he doesn't really know, like,
Yeah.
Because like the fact that he was
Feelings,
obsessed with
man.
I, that makes way more sense because, like
It's been his whole life,
I'm into
basically.
older girls. Yeah, because you were in your 30s, right? Like, oh, shocker.
Wow,
right?
what a surprise. I played Persona 5 Royal, and I was like, I'm way into the older women in this story
exactly.
here.
Right.
But you're playing a high schooler. Well, yes, it's the same thing, but like, I can't just help the fact that, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
Ty,
Kana's like, Kana's like, I'm 16.
I loved her like maniacal, like, like there's this mild level of this is very funny here, but to bring up another show entirely, she gives sometimes big Aqua energy when she's excited from another anime.
Yeah.
But the thing is that she's an intelligent and wise Aqua.
Right, completely antithetical to
different to Aqua. But it's when she gets excited, she lets down the barriers of being this like put together person.
Right.
She's a little dork.
Oh, yeah.
She's a kid. And thus it's the, oh, shit.
Right.
Sorry,
Like,
Kana. You have no shot here.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is one of those classic examples where the redhead is going to be on the sidelines, just
Well, usually it's the
dejected.
short blue-haired girl, so like...
No, it's
No, it's like always the short blue-haired girl, right? And that's why if Akane actually ends up getting with him, I'm like, wow, I'll be like, wow.
it's the short redhead.
Well, no, okay, yeah, there's also that, but like, but blue hair, like as far as
Blue hair is for isekai, Jacob. I'm sorry. Like,
what? Like as far as hair colors and the likeliness of friend zone territory and stuff, right? The closer the blue gets to black hair, granted, that ups your odds a lot.
We're gonna
Right?
break down the meta of
But the
best
brighter
girls in anime,
the
not
brighter
getting
the
with them.
color the hair is,
Yes.
that's the worse your odds.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Then you go into full Aqua energy. And
Yeah, exactly.
You have absolutely no shot.
I can only imagine for all the people that have seen Oshi No Ko but not Konosuba, they're like, wait, I'm so confused.
You keep saying Aqua,
wait,
Aqua,
what? That's not what Aqua's like. What are you talking about?
Well, I'll say, still, Kana, you are your best girl.
Yep. You're basically crushing on your teacher at this point. Good luck, girl. That's, it's like...
Exactly. But in terms of who is, my best girl, just to be clear here, their surrogate mom is the actual
obviously. I
yes
want her
here.
to get more screen time because like the stuff that we've already gotten from her so far has been awesome. And yeah.
But yeah, we have a lot of new plot lines all set up for where we go after this arc, and let's head off into those. So y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You got an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out my Baldur's Gate 3 Let's Play on Twitch, and if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.